episode 121. And welcome into the Bench is Clear podcast, where we cover the best rivalry in all of sports. I'm Tyler Coe, representing the 2022 NL West Division champion, Los Angeles Dodgers. It's been almost a year since we could say that, but the West is finally won in LA.
It was a lasso. You're not coming. I'm Jesse Gutierrez, and I represent the side of the previous NL West Division champion, San Francisco Giants.
That's how you're gonna hold on to it. Just can't let it go.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, we were the NL West Division champions. Nothing happened. It's gonna be the same thing. You're gonna get knocked out by the Braves. Cool story, bro. Congratulations.
Please.
You made it to the playoffs. 10 years in a row. You got one World Series from it. Congrats. I'm very happy for you.
Fuck you. Not worried about it. I'm just going to enjoy it for now.
You're very worried about it.
I'm just excited to watch postseason baseball. Yeah, of course I'm nervous. Jesus Christ. The Braves and the Mets are two very good teams. The Dodgers are great, but I have a lot of questions around the Dodgers, and we're going to get into it later. But for now, let's get into stuff we already know the answer to because those games have already happened.
Boom.
Dodgers last week went 4-2, just like I said they would again. 2 weeks in a row. You can't deny me. I'm too real. They lose the first game in San Diego, a heartbreaker. Dude, I feel like my memory is just going to shit. It's so hard to remember the first series that we recap because it's just so long ago. And also, it always comes off the heel of Craig Kimbrel ruining my life and fucking a game up, but we'll get into that. Dodgers mollywomp the Padres in game 2 and 3. So I love after game 1, it's like, oh, you know, we might be far back in the standings, but like you might have to see us in the playoffs. Like we're coming. And then it's like, nah, that ain't gonna happen. It's just I don't know what it is, man. There must be something in the water down there. Like you get traded to San Diego, it's over. Josh Hader, right. Bum. Juan Soto, bum. And then that's pretty much it. You know, you get one that does all right. Maybe two, but Dodgers
that is kind of crazy how bad Juan Soto is. I know he just went on the IL, but I mean, and I don't mean to skip too far ahead, but JD Davis is having a better, you know, after the All-Star break. I mean, the trade deadline than Juan Soto. Like it's kind of insane.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it just doesn't make sense, but it is what it is. The Dodgers scored 8 runs in game 2, win 8-4. My boy Julio gets the win. Maybe he's a dark horse for Cy Young. I don't know. I'm not going to say it, but some people are saying it.
No one's saying it.
I mean, there are a lot of people saying it, bro. Maybe not in Giant Land, but you know,
at the Co household, that's what they're saying.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I talked to myself about it quite a lot. Dude, Andrew Heaney, Sunday was interesting because Andrew Heaney gives up a home run to Cronenworth very early on in the game, and I'm just thinking, oh shit, here we go again. Andrew Heaney giving up the long ball. This is what he does. Right. You know, he skirted by for a little bit without doing it, and I'm like, God damn it, we're gonna lose the series. And then the Dodgers scored 11 unanswered. They win 11-2. I mean, things are just rolling. Things are looking good, baby. I love it. Then we're going into Arizona, who maybe at the time might have been the third place team in the NL West because the Giants are that bad, right? Which was really nice. I'm just gonna. Okay, no, I'll start. I'll start in order because we don't go out of order here.
We don't go out of order here.
Tyler Anderson looks great on Monday. The Dodgers win 6-0. Going into Arizona, you know, that's what we have to do. We have to beat up on these teams that aren't playing well. Mookie Betts hits a home run. That's a new career high, 34 home runs. Everything's looking great. We go into Tuesday, we win 4-0. 2 shutties in a row. Kershaw pitches well. Joey Gallo hits a ding-dong. Freddie Freeman hits a ding-dong. Max Muncy hits a ding-dong. This was like the Dodgers of old where all we have is the long ball. We score a few runs. Great. That's awesome. Then we come to Wednesday. And Wednesday, I don't even want to talk about anything that happened up until, you know, the 10th inning, except for the fact that Will Smith hit like a 470-foot home run that he just absolutely fucking crushed.
I don't want to talk about anything but the end. But before
I'm
let's
about
talk about the middle.
Trace Thompson hits a home run, and then things get real interesting. In the ninth, I don't know if you saw, my boy Evan Phillips on the mound, best reliever in all of baseball, had a very similar reaction like my boy Clint Kershaw did in the World Series, where guy just takes off for home, just steps off, throws home, we get him out. Guy tries to steal home in the bottom of the ninth to win the game.
It's crazy. Pitcher can throw home. It's
you got to step off, bro. You got to step off.
Athletes too.
You got to step off.
I get it.
Okay. First of all, fuck you. But the craziest thing was, dude, it really looked like Austin Barnes blocked the plate, except for like his hand kind of got in there. So you know, then they challenged it and whatever. He was out. That's great. Then going into the 10th, the Dodgers lay a bunt down, and it's a base hit, and they move the runner over. And I'm thinking, oh my god, they finally figured it out. You know, and bear in mind, the lineup last night, no Freddie Freeman, no Mookie Betts, no Trey Turner. You know, we're starting to rest guys. But still, it's like, okay, cool. We're going to steal another one, sweep the Diamondbacks. And then a wild pitch happens, and we take the lead. And everything is great. And then what happens? Craig Kimbrel comes in. And then, of course, it's, oh my God, in the last 7 games or whatever, he hasn't given up a run because of the stupid Frozen song. He's fixed. No. Craig Kimbrel comes in with the ghost runner on second, gives up a hit, gives up a walk, and then gives up a 3-run bomb to lose the game to a pinch hitter in the 10th inning of some dude who I don't even know his name. He's not even worthy of carrying Trace Thompson's jockstrap as far as I'm concerned. That's how little I think of this guy. And he hits a walk-off home run against Craig Kimbrel. So then, of course, you know, I do what anyone does. I hop on Twitter. I want to see what's going on. And everyone on Twitter is like, there's no way we carry this guy on the postseason roster. Let me tell you, everyone, something. There's no fucking way Craig Kimbrel doesn't make the postseason roster. That's just how it's going to be, guys. So the sooner you accept that, the sooner you can kind of cope and like figure things out, because he's going to be on the roster. There's no way they leave him off, whether or not he blows like 3 more saves or not.
Right. It's not like he's like a huge, like dominating force in the postseason. I think he had problems with the Red Sox when he was there. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you use him for, I mean, I can't see Dave Roberts not using him for save situations. So that's pretty promising for me. So,
yeah, I mean, the thing I took away the most from last night was Tommy Kahnle came in, first appearance from coming off the 60-day IL, had 2 strikeouts in a clean inning, looked good. He's going to be important down the line because Blake Trinan went on the IL again, and God knows if he's going to come back. And I mean, that's going to be the biggest thing going down the stretch is what's going to happen. And then, of course, I'm just kind of going out of order here. I'm sorry. I'm rambling. I'm upset. We get the news that Danny Duffy and Victor Gonzalez have officially been shut down. As if we didn't know that was coming. A few weeks ago, they're like, Danny Duffy's done. Actually, no, wait. He's going on a rehab assignment. The rehab assignment went well. They're both done. So things changed real quick just on a dime there. So
and it's gone.
Yeah. So Danny Duffy, you know, he's been on the team for a year and a half now, hasn't thrown a pitch. Victor Gonzalez threw a couple last season. I mean, he probably hasn't been on at the major league level since well before the All-Star game last year. So Tommy Kahnle's pretty much it. That's pretty much all the bullpen reinforcements we're going to get. And Bruzdar and Yense Almonte are going to be coming back. But, I mean, as far as high leverage goes, I don't know.
Yeah. Just to kind of touch on what you were saying, Craig Kimbrel has a career postseason of a 4.13 ERA. With
that good, huh?
133 whip. Yeah, and just, I mean, in if you're looking at the past couple of years, like, oh, that's a cumulative, he was pretty good with the Braves in 2012 and 13 and Boston in 16, but 17 and the biggest sample sizes was Boston in 2018, where he had a 5.91 ERA in 10 innings of work. So let's go, Craig Kimbrel. Let's get on that roster, man. You deserve it. I need you there, bud.
I just don't get it. Like, at what point do you realize the thing is, too, it's not like we're paying this guy $30 million.
Right.
It would be one thing if this were like a starter that you went out and got. Like, if you went out and got Garrett Cole and you're paying him 30 some odd $1 million a year and he had an ERA at 6 and he just wasn't having it, then I can understand why you keep him on the roster, because there's a lot of money there. You paid for him, and his ceiling is way higher. Dude, Craig Kimbrel, we didn't pay that much for him, and he's consistently demonstrated all year that he gives up hard contact, he gives up walks in high leverage situations, and he crumbles in high leverage situations. So how much more of a leash are we going to give this fucking guy, dude? It's almost October, and he hasn't proved anything to anyone.
And I get why some people have that thought process, because they think this is what a team's going to do, and I get it. But why would you waste money and be bad in the postseason? I don't understand it.
I don't understand it either.
Yeah, in 2010, they left Barry Zito off the postseason roster. They were paying him. He was the top paid starter at that time. And they said, oh, you're not very good, son, so we're going to leave you off because we got a way better stuff in the wing.
And I just want to clarify, when I made that Garrett Cole comparison, I'm not saying I agree with that. I'm just saying that's how front offices typically act.
Right, exactly.
So I don't understand what leg they have to stand on with Kimbrel, because all I could really see is yes, we traded AJ Pollock away, who was a big piece. But I mean, Jesus, it's not like we thought Craig Kimbrel was going to be the best reliever in baseball. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it. Why pay the guy and dash your postseason? I mean, but at the same time, for me, that just gives me hope that they're going to get sent home, because everyone knows a Giants fan's second favorite team is anyone playing the Dodgers. So let's get to our first favorite team, huh? Talk about the Giants, who had 2 series wins. Tyler, anything could happen. You never know. They're only 9 back with 20 to play.
They could rattle off 19 straight.
They could go back in time and win some and come back and win the NL West. You never know. It's insane. Hit up Thanos. Let's get something going and go back in time. But right now, let's talk about this week, because the Giants had a good week. Game 1, they faced the Cubs first series. Game 1, Rodon is the shit, striking out 11, giving up 2 runs, but of course the bullpen lets Rodon down. They lose the game 2-4. Game 2, Webb, he's the man. Goes 7 innings, strikes out 6 with 2 earned runs. David Villar has an RBI double and a bomb. Bart hits a 2-run bomb, and Duvall dominates, because that's what fucking Duvall does, baby. And then in game 3, they win again 4-2. Bullpen games, they suck. Bullpen games fucking suck. Let's just stop this. But they end up getting the job done. Brebbia, Rogers, and Alexander continue to do well. And I mean, do I have to say that Duvall dominates every single time? I will. But do I have to? He dominates. Backed by a couple RBI singles from Tyro Maguire. Say a couple of singles. Sorry, he had 1 single, and then he had a bomb. And then newly extended Wilmer Flores, which we'll get into in a minute, with the 2-run homer. And then they go on to the Braves with this newfound confidence. Hey, we can win games. Let's just continue to win games. Except for game 2. So, but game 1, it's got happier times. Alex Cobb goes 7, striking out 7, and gives up no runs. Littell tries to give up the game, but doesn't happen. Cowper comes and saves the day, taking him out of a game that he had no business being in, by the way, which we'll get into a little bit in a second. Giants win on the backs of RBI singles by Tyro, Gonzo, and Willie Calhoun. Maybe you heard of him. He's the best to ever play baseball. Game 2, is a game that I was there. Good seats, good times, but the game sucked. Giants offense.
But we lost.
Yeah, the Giants offense looked good. The first, they scored in the first inning. They loaded up the bases in the second inning. So it was kind of like, oh, they're getting to right. This is going to be great. But they didn't do shit afterwards. So Junis gets knocked around a bit, and the bullpen looked pretty solid. Get to see Cole Waits for the first time, which was nice. Looked a little shaky, but then, Goose Frabod calmed down and got the job done, son. And then in game 3, the day I was supposed to be on the Cove, I wasn't there. Although I was supposed to, didn't end up happening. Yeah, depressing. Game 3, Rodon dominates, striking out 8, but only goes 5 innings with 71 pitches. What's going on there? Are they saving his arm to be like, hey, we want to help you with, get you your money in free agency. We don't want to get you hurt. I don't know. At this point in the season, this is where you protect guys. I don't know. The bullpen, the funny thing, bullpen dominates. There's some bright spots and some promise for 2023, and we'll get into that in my the keep and boot section because I don't have a stud and dud anymore. But you get RBI knocks from Austin Wins, and JD let the man play Davis, and the Giants win 2 series. What does that mean? Nothing, but it's promising.
Yeah, dude, if they can just carry that momentum into next year from these 2 series, you're looking at a contender there. They might finish above 500, maybe.
Fuck off, Tyler. All right.
If they're lucky.
They're one guy away, and that one guy is named Aaron Judge, who we'll talk about in a second.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ,
all we need, baby,
Doug,
Aaron Judge, he's coming.
Okay, I'm just saying.
How many times has he said they're my Giants this year? How many times? At least 3.
I just feel vindicated knowing that you had your time last year, you had your little cheater season, and now reality. We're back to reality. Whoop! There goes gravity. Okay, where things are the way they should be. I got bars for days, baby. I'm just saying, how do you go from being 60 games above 500 to 10 below? I don't know.
They had Brandon Belt and Brandon Crawford had career years, had Buster Posey.
Yeah, dude, Kevin Gausman, his WAR was 30. Makes sense.
Yeah, Kevin Gausman was and how is Kevin Gausman doing this year? Oh, he's still really good? Oh, that's crazy. Oh,
not as good as he was last year.
I think
some people were talking Kevin Gausman Cy Young. Some people knew better, like myself last year, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Suck a dick, Tyler. I think before we get into some around the league stuff, let's talk about our studs and duds, or as I like to call, who's going to stay and who's going to go. I'm going to give the boot to, unfortunately, my Mexican brother, Luis Gonzalez, man. I'm sorry. I really wanted him to be, and I think he's still a solid player, but he's a non-defensive outfielder who doesn't hit for a lot of power. So decent walk rate, but not that great. He would be maybe a solid 4th outfielder on some teams, which I think that's why he'll have some trade value. Maybe get us a reliever in the back, maybe a lotto ticket, 16-year-old prospect. I don't know. But the team is full of 4th outfielders. We need some freaking top-tier guys, and we need to get rid of one of our 4th guys, and I think he would be the one to go, which is sad because I love the dude. But you got to keep J.D. Davis. I mean, he's not a platoon player. Always had pretty even splits throughout his career. He started off hot when he came over, but he just sat there for a while and he played against lefties. And it's just one thing. If a guy's hot and he's going and he's has pretty even splits, why not just let him fucking play when you're looking for players for the next year? I don't understand it. But let the man play. He can play first. He can play some left field. Give Longo some days off. Let him play some third. I don't know. Give the guy some ABs. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Now to my stud and dud of the week, because I don't want to kick anyone off this team except Craig Kimbrel. Stud, got to give it up to my boy Freddie, who I think won National League Player of the Week. Last 7 games, Freddie is 11 for 25, 6 runs, 3 dingers, 7 ribbies, 6 walks, batting .440 with an OPS of .971. Freddie Freeman is hot. He leads the majors in hits. Trey Turner is number 2 in hits in the majors. I mean, it's too easy, bro. It's too easy with Andrew Fleeceman. And before you can say anything about it, I'm just going to move on to my dud. Cody Bellinger, don't even need to look at the stats. Dude, Cody Bellinger has he's so irritating. Because I think it was in San Diego.
Wasn't someone saying that he had a good week, or was that?
No, he might have a good game. I think Bellinger had 4 hits. I think Bellinger batted 160 in his last 7. Okay. He'll have a game where he has 3 hits, and it's oh shit. The reason I know not to get excited about it is because his swing looks exactly the same. And all anyone has to do is throw high and inside fastball, and he cannot catch up to it because of the way he lays his fucking bat and then props it up and then tries to swing. It doesn't work. And he refuses to change. That's the thing that bums me out the most, is he refuses to change it.
He who is resistant to change will perish. So open up the mind of yours, Cody.
What is that from?
Hot Rod.
Yes, that's true.
Did you ever try to tell me I live my life? Yeah, Cody Bellinger. Probably, I feel like he's the next Jock. He's going to be a future Giant. I don't see how the Dodgers keep him, but.
Oh, yeah, dude. The Giants they're going to have Aaron Judge. They're going to have Cody Bellinger, Jacob deGrom, Max Scherzer.
I like that. I don't know how we'll swing that, but let's do that.
Dude, the Braves are going to send half of their team that they have signed for the next 12 years. They're going to trade them to the Giants. Giants are going to have everyone. It's going to be great.
Yeah, because a lot of people are really wanting Cody Bellinger right now.
You delusional man.
Let's talk about delusion a little bit. Tyler, let's go around this league, and a lot is close to home. There's a lot of Giants things we got to get to that are making headlines. One real quick, Wilmer Flores signs for another 2 years and a possible 3rd year. A little weird contract going on, but no brainer. Love the dude.
So is this
be there for you?
Is it? So I know Farhan.
Right.
That was the first multi-year contract he gave out, was Flores.
Right.
But is this now his second multi-year? Because Rodon's going to opt out.
Right.
Tommy La
Stella got
Oh, that's right. Deal. That's right.
There's somebody else too, I think, that we're missing.
Tommy La Stella sucks though, so.
Well, he just signed Alex Cobb for 2 years, Alex Wood for 2 years, and then DeScalfani for 3 years. So
damn, talk about bad signings.
No, Cobb and Wood are really good, and I'm still with the DeScalfani signing right now. He just had bad.
I love Disco, bro.
I'm really excited to see what he does next year. He's going to get healthy, and it's going to be great.
I love seeing what the Dodgers do to him.
Weird thing on the 3rd year there, Wilmer Flores, I think it's $6.5 million a year, and then the 3rd year he has a player option for $3.5 million, and if he declines, the team has a team option for $8 million. So if he's I don't want 3.5, I think I'm worth more than that. The Giants can be all right, well, you're worth 8. Come to us. Or they could try to figure something out. So that was really quick. Also wanted to mention one thing really quick as well. Don't believe any, the already free agency clickbait stuff is already happening. KNBR just released this article. The dumbest fucking thing. The headline is Carlos Rodon might sign with the Cubs. Interested in signing with the Cubs. And then you look, and it's one of the Cubs analysts is just saying that he thinks that Rodon wants to play there because he likes the city. Like he played for the White Sox. They're literally quoting a Cubs analyst. They're not quoting Rodon. Rodon didn't say shit.
Yeah.
And he's he told me that he might shut the fuck up.
Well, yeah, I've already seen it, especially with the Giants, because they're, this shortstop class is going to be, you got Trey Turner, you got Dansby, Carlos Correa can opt out. I mean, it's going to be a pretty good shortstop class. And Trey Turner to the Giants just makes a lot of sense. And I'm just if that happens, I'm going to kill myself. So for my sake, I hope to God that happens. But there's no fucking way.
It makes a whole lot of sense for the Giants to sign Trey Turner. Doesn't make a lot of sense for Trey Turner to sign with the Giants.
Yeah.
I feel like the Dodgers are going to give him more money, if not the same. He's already been there. He had a problem with some Giants. I mean, it's not a huge deal. Like, I'm sure if that did happen, that they would work it out and it wouldn't be a big deal. But why wouldn't you just? I don't see that at all.
I saw scenarios about
Trey Turner, but
the Dodgers pursuing Dansby Swanson. It's like, why the hell would you pursue Dansby Swanson when you can sell this to Trey Turner? Like, look, you've been here. You liked playing, especially if they win a World Series this year. Look, we're a winner. Let's just give him a blank check, and wrap it up.
Yeah,
it makes no sense.
That changing. I don't see that changing at all. And the last Giants topic that we're going to get into today is obviously Zach Littell. Let's talk about this for a second. There's a lot of, well, first of all, just this Giants bullpen is just been really bad all year. But this changeover, there's a lot of promise going into it. So I think in 2023, there's a lot of promise and a lot of excitement going on when you see, obviously, Duvall, he's been good all year. But Scott Alexander's been very good. You see Cole Waits finally coming up and tearing up through the minors, and he looks really good. Electric fastball. You got Alex Young looking pretty solid. There's Brebbia's had a really good season all year. Rogers looks like he's turning it around. So, I mean, there's good things to look they're looking up in this Giants bullpen. So when you hear about Zach Littell getting sent down, obviously the only person that thought Zach Littell should have stayed in and faced Matt Olson were Zach Littell and Matt Olson. Those are the only people that wanted Zach Littell on the mound right there. It was really weird that he was getting put in at the beginning because I think Alex Young was warming up, if I'm not mistaken, going into that inning, and then you had two lefties coming. And for someone who's really big righty lefty, I'm not sure why Littell went in, but hey, you know what? Littell's can be a 2-inning guy. Had a pretty solid outing. I think it was like 2 days before. Maybe you go with him. Whatever. He almost blows the game. Matt Olson comes up, and then you bring in a lefty to shut it down. Littell has the little piss, says something to him, and like smacks the ball in his hand, and then turns around, says some shit, and then walks in. And then the thing is when Kapler came back and was like, "Hey, let's go," like to talk. Zach Littell almost like when he came up, he was like, "Hey, what's up?" Like, "Oh, you want to talk to me?" Like, why? Like, what do you mean why? You don't just realize what you just did? Like, and maybe he didn't because this is the first time I heard Zach Littell's voice, and that was really fucking weird. Maybe he's just that awkward and has no self-awareness in how he comes off or how he sounds. I don't know. But, he gets sent down. It's weird when MLB on Fox Twitter is tweeting about a Giants player getting sent down and going back and forth because that happens every other day. So, but now they want to put something on it basically saying that that's the reason he got sent down. I'm sure it didn't help. But to the people that say there's no way that it could have been based on performance, I don't know what the fuck you're watching, because Zach Littell over the past month has been trash. The past 14 days has been trash. And the past week have been trash. Okay? Like, I don't understand where the fuck you're thinking that he should be up here. So 7 days, 6 ERA. 14 days, 9.53 ERA. In the past month, 5.14 ERA. He is not.
How many times has he been sent up and down this season?
I think if he comes back up one more time, he has to stay up, or they can't bring him up anymore this year, or else they have to.
Well, dude, there it is right there. I mean, I think it's stupid to think it's. I bet you it had something to do with it. Showing up your manager has something to do with it.
Right.
But dude, if he's been sent down 4 times during the season, one, you guys ain't got shit to play for. So you might as well call up some young dudes. I mean, yeah, and Kepler even said it when he talks about, when we're talking about performance, being a good teammate is part of that. Right. And showing up your manager isn't being a good teammate. You don't do that shit.
Right. And I'm not saying that it doesn't have anything to do with it, but the people that are saying that it has nothing to do with performance, you're fucking high. He's been terrible, and he's been terrible. And at this point, and the reason that he still has a fucking job is because the Giants bullpen has been so bad. But I feel like now that Scott Alexander's doing his thing, Rogers is turning the corner, and you have solid relievers in the bullpen now, other than just Duvall and Brebbia. Like, it's very easy to send Littell down. Like, let's get a new arm up here. He's fucking shot. Plus, he shows up the manager. Like, no, get the fuck out of here. I would put money on the fact that if he didn't show up the manager and was getting out, that he would have been sent down anyways. They just came off of
We'll never know.
We'll never know. But what I'm saying is they just came off of I forgot exactly. It was no off days, plus they had that doubleheader. This is their first off day in a couple weeks. Like, they needed more relief help. They needed new, fresh arms. He's been terrible. Like, I would just put anything on it that he was going to be sent down anyways, because he just had 2 blow-ups in the past. I think his last blow-up, he had a blow-up, 2 okay, good outings, and then had another blow-up, and that's really bad for a reliever. So, I'm sure it didn't help, and it probably had a little bit to do with it. Maybe it had something to do with it, but if you're that shitty and you show up the manager, why the fuck are you going to stay up when there's other guys that are better?
Yeah, the worst part about this whole thing is Kepler's back being turned to the camera and Littell kind of being turned to the camera, so we're going to get no breakdown from John Boy. No one's going to be able to read their lips, and then they go down to the tunnel, so we'll never know what was being said. And this is one of those times where I'd really love to know what he said to Kepler.
Right. He said her what was her sister? A witch. And what was her other sister? A princess.
Nah, I think he said
she came down in a crown. It came down in a bubble and wore a crown, dog.
God, I hate you so much.
You're gonna look at me and tell me that I'm wrong?
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I know that's from something, but I don't even know. Your references are too much today.
Yeah, we're not on the same wavelength. I get it. I feel
what is that from?
It's just a video.
Then I know. I've seen the TikTok, bro. I've seen it. I thought it was from something else. I seen it.
Hip hop anonymous. Okay, yeah, tight, cool. You're not a boomer. You win.
I hate you.
Talking about boomers, dude. Let's talk some boomer shit. Pujols. Do you think he's gonna make it to 700 before he sees you, or
he better not?
What's gonna happen?
He better not hit 700 until I'm at game 1 of that series against the Cardinals. I was gonna be there Saturday too, but now I got to go to a dumb wedding, and I'm not happy about it. And if he hits 700 to where I was sitting, I'm also gonna kill myself. There's a lot of things this episode. If you don't want me to kill myself, you better pray to God don't happen. And if you do want me to, then you might get your wish. Who knows?
Right.
I don't know, man. It's only a week away. So no, I don't think so. I don't. I think he could hit it that weekend.
Right.
I don't know, dude. He could hit 2 in a game.
It's
don't
just
know.
so insane. It's insane that we're seeing this all this year, that Judge can pass 60, which technically it's just the AL, record. And I know John Heyman's been posting about this is the real record, and see, even Roger Maris's son thinks it's the real record. Like, no one gives a fuck. John
He's
Heyman.
the authority. He's the authority.
Yeah, like, shut up, bitch. Like, you suck. No one fucking cares what you think. But yeah, I mean, it is pretty cool to see. You obviously know he's not roided up, and that's pretty nice. But yeah, I feel like if he gets really hot, because he just hit 2 home runs a couple days ago. What if he gets really hot and even passes Sosa? Maybe even,
that'd be pretty cool.
Like,
I mean, the record is McGuire, but You know,
Oh, yeah, is it?
it is. Yeah, it's definitely not
Right.
73.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be cool. I think the biggest thing is it's going to be cool, you know, because that's also a Yankee record. It also happens to be the American League record, and you know, as some people might say, the real record. I think it's just going to be cool that I think he's going to beat it. You know, that a Yankee's going to beat it, and then when he goes to San Francisco next year, he'll be a Yankees legend forever.
Right.
And then next year he'll hit 30 because he doesn't have the Oppo home runs on that fucking Little League field at Oracle Park. So
I'll take 35, 40 homers. I don't give a fuck.
I bet you would.
Come, Judge. Come on, Judge. Come hit 40 in the Cove, and I'll be out there. I'll go.
I think Judge ends with 64. I think he gets 7 more on the season. Oh. And I think Pujols does it. I think Pujols hits another 5. He's going to hit 702, and he'll be able to retire. Yeah. No need to come back next year with, 699 home runs.
Right. I feel like this is an easy answer, but if you could only have one, what would it be?
Pujols.
Yeah.
700, baby. That's never going to happen ever again.
Judge. Please come to San Francisco, please. But I need the Pujols thing. Like, there's no going back. There's no going back from that. You know what I mean? Sorry for the burp, but yeah, there's no going back from that.
We're never going to see it again.
Magical season. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah, we're never going to see it again. I mean, who's the closest? Miguel Cabrera, and he is 100 years old already. He's done. Unless he hits 150 homers next year, it's over. Not even. You'd need like 170
That's not a
to
problem.
hit 700.
That's not a problem.
Yeah, so, apparently Albert's done it the right way. We'll never know for sure.
He's done it the right way. Don't be that guy. Don't starting 9 this bitch. Like, no,
I'm just saying. Right, well, first of all, I need to see his birth certificate, okay? A real legitimate birth certificate. Because that man is 47 years old, which I'm not saying is bad. I'm saying that makes us all the more special. That he's really, 53 years old, and he is still able to hit all these home runs. That's all I'm saying.
Dang, gonna trump this way through the episode, huh? I
don't want to see where he was born. I just want to know how old he is.
Just show me the birth certificate. Like, why don't you just show it? I don't understand it.
Why are you talking like fucking what, like a British bad person? I don't get it.
I don't think. Well, I wasn't trying to do a Trump because I feel like a Trump is like one, like kind of like doing a
dude. The Queen just died. Show some fucking respect. Okay.
Like you can't unless you're like really good at it. Like don't try to do a Trump if that makes sense at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's a little overplayed. All I'm saying is Pujols on Friday, next Friday, he's hitting one right to your boy. That's going to be. People are saying that ball could be in excess of $1 million. And I'm not giving it back to him. There's no fucking way, dude.
For $1 million, baby.
Hold on. Let's first, real quick, before we move on. It was 697. The ball he hit to pass A-Rod. I'm sure you saw the story. The fan. No. Oh, so a fan catches it, tries to give it back to him. And they're talking about their dad's a huge baseball fan who passed away like a year ago. Albert Pujols says, no, you keep it. It's going to mean more to you anyways. And then signs a couple balls for them. So they have that piece of history. And they got to meet Albert Pujols and get a home run. Albert Pujols is awesome. Awesome dude.
I remember when he got traded to the Dodgers, he did something. I forgot what he did. I think he was just signing autographs or something like that. And then somebody, I forget, it's just someone on Twitter, and I know this doesn't hold a lot of teeth because people just say dumb shit on Twitter, but we're like, oh, I'm so glad to get him out of Anaheim. He's never done anything like this for kids in Anaheim. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? He was known for doing that shit in Anaheim. Yeah. And that thing that went viral about the kid, who had the jersey, was trying to get it signed. He said, nah, and he took off his jersey and he signed that one and signed the other one. Like, yeah, there's so much shit. It's so easy to find shit. So, I mean, it turns out he's not the greatest husband in the world, but as far as a good guy to kids who like baseball,
yeah, sure.
Greatest of all time.
But all I'm saying is I'm catching that ball and then I'm taking that thing straight to auction, buying myself a brand new house, straight cash, homie. Like my boy Randy
Yeah.
Moss said, straight cash, homie.
Right. My thing is, dude, if a player is asking for it, you should give him the ball. But if it's
Are you kidding me?
money,
Yeah,
if it's life-changing money,
Yeah.
like Albert, I'm sorry, dude. You're gonna have to give me some money.
You
this
can
is
bid on it
life-changing
at
money for me.
auction.
Yeah,
You can win it at the auction.
I
Albert.
know, and like I get it. People are gonna rag on you, and I'm sure they would. But at the end of the day, people can say whatever the fuck they want on the internet for $1 million. I don't
bro,
fuck, dude.
I would be reading through Twitter about what a piece of shit I am in my baller ass house in my sex room. Like, come on, dude. I wouldn't give a shit. Come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If like I've always held the stance of like I caught a home run ball and it was like someone's first home run and they were like, "Hey, I want the ball back." Like I would try to maybe get some stuff from him.
Yeah,
but
give me
if
a
he's
sign
like,
back.
I can't anything. If he's like, "No, I can't," I'm like, "All right, it's your ball. You deserve it." Like, what am I going to do? Sell it for $50? Like that's. I mean, who cares? But
first home run, fair exchange.
I'm sorry, Albert.
Fair exchange is a signed bat and a signed ball. I think that's fair.
Right. It's fair, but at the same time, I'm still not going to be that guy. But $1 million, I'll be that guy all day.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of money, minor league players might be getting paid soon. We don't know. It was like a big thing, like the MLBPA recognizes minor leaguers, but that's it for now. So negotiations are going to happen at some point, but we don't know. I can almost say with certainty this means no more PB&Js after games.
I hope so.
And making more than like $6,000 a year. And maybe getting paid for spring training and things like that. So
right.
It looks like things are going in the right direction. I don't think this is a celebratory win quite yet.
Right.
Because who knows what's going to happen, but we're definitely moving in the right direction.
Yeah, I'm
treating people like human beings.
I loved that. Like I feel like you should stop this podcast and start being a news anchor. That was amazing. Breaking news, the minor league players might get shit. They might not.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
More on this at a later time because we don't know.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Panda Watch. Yeah, so that should be fun.
Yeah, so what do the Giants have coming up next week? It's not like it matters, but I'm sure some people want to know.
Thank you for asking. We actually have something really huge. The Giants will be getting a win against the Los Angeles Dodgers because they're putting Hunter Pence on the Wall of Fame at Oracle. So every single time they honor a player, they win the game. So that was a nice way. And they just did this promotion like maybe about a month ago.
With Will Clark. Yeah, we know, bro.
Yeah, well, no. But what I'm saying is they just announced it. Like this wasn't something that was set up at the beginning of the year. They obviously saw the good juju that was going on with honoring players. So they were like, who else? Who else can we do? We need to win against the Dodgers at least one more time this season. This is stupid.
Wasn't that your logic too when you got your City Connect jersey? How'd that work out?
Yeah, but it turns out
you were wrong.
I'm actually not the key.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been to one game that the Giants have won this year. So
you sure haven't.
No, and I've been to I think 6 or 7 games this year. So this year is not the business for me. And if they miraculously pull off a postseason appearance, it's not going to happen. But if for some reason they did, I don't think I can in good conscience go to any playoff games. So it turns out I'm just bad luck. So I will not be doing that. But yeah, sorry. That was a long-winded way of saying the Giants are playing 3 at home against the Dodgers and then 4 against the Colorado Rockies, but at Coors Field. I guess there's no repercussions or anything, so who really cares? The Giants are going to go 7-0. Fuck it.
Yeah, dude, let's just say whatever dumb thing comes to our head.
Yeah, well,
the Dodgers are going undefeated for the rest of the season. They're going to break the Mariners record. There's no repercussions. We don't hold people responsible for things now.
I would love that. I would love that because that means they have to lose at some point. You're going to have the bye series, and then you're going to be so like
okay,
out of the funk that you're just gonna
get over your little happy moment because that's obviously not going to happen. I'll tell you what is going to happen though. The Dodgers are going to take 2 of 3 from the Giants at Oracle this weekend.
Bitch.
Okay, that's what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna be the best part, dude. Dustin May is gonna throw a gem against Logan Webb on Friday. $1 million. I'll bet you my Albert Pujols 700th home run winnings. That's what happens.
All right, sounds good.
Deal.
What do you consider a gem?
He's just gonna pitch better than Logan Webb. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
That's not gonna happen. That's the bet.
Okay, perfect.
So I get Pujols' home run. That's really good. I'm really happy.
Yeah,
Albert for me,
Pujols. You can't even say his name.
Albert Pearls.
Yeah,
Pearly Pearl.
They're gonna take 2 of 3, and then the Dodgers have a rare 5-game series against the Diamondbacks. A Monday, Tuesday, doubleheader Wednesday. Wait, is that? Hold on, I think I miscounted. Nope, sure didn't.
I'm leaving that in. That's great.
And then, bro, I had a hell of a day today, okay? Dodgers are going to take 4 of 5 from the Diamondbacks. They're going to go 6-2 next week.
What?
6-2.
Crazy.
And they're going to break, of course. They're going to break their franchise record in wins that they set last year.
Didn't win the division. That's cool.
Still holding on in the past. Think about some new shit, dude. And yeah, things are going great.
Really happy for you. Yeah.
I don't know when we're gonna be able to podcast next.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna be at the game. I'm gonna be at the game Thursday and Friday. And once I catch that Albert Pujols ball, I'm never doing this podcast ever again because I'm rich. So enjoy it,
bitch.
Enjoy it, my friends. This is the last one you're getting.
Just going to be on every. I'm going to convince Tyler to sink all that money into advertising for this podcast. Every single time you turn on the TV, it's going to be advertising for this podcast on the View commercials. Every baseball game.
That seems like seems like a smart financial decision.
Yeah. Yeah, we're likable people. Once people know who we are, like they're gonna like us. It's a fact.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen next week, but make sure to watch out for me on Friday when Albert hits that 700th ding dong. I'm going to be the guy catching it. I'm manifesting. You know, this is like a big TikTok thing. You just got to manifest it, dude.
Right.
I'm going to catch that life-changing moment. I doubt it. And I just want to say that I was joking about that proposal. No. So if you ever try to use this on me in a legal sense, I was joking. Sorry.
It's gonna happen. We're going to be great.
Okay.
It's going to be amazing.
I'll tell you what is going to happen for sure.
Okay.
You can get 30% off your candles at Renovation Candle Company right now.
Oh, you can. That's a fact.
By using code FALL30.
Big facts.
Get all the good fall shit. There's pumpkin. There's more pumpkin. There's even more pumpkin. There's a lot of pumpkin shit. Go check it out. RenovationCandleCompany.com. Get yourself some good stuff.
Yeah, Renovation Candles. Get shit at the shit. Boom, boom. Yeah, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. We'll be back next week at some point. We'll figure it out when Tyler wants to stop being a little bitch and we can figure it out. Make sure to subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting platform, as well as your least favorite. I know it's probably on your phone at some point. Just subscribe to it everywhere. Write a review. Help us grow, baby. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter, Benches Cleared P, TikTok, Benches Cleared, and Instagram, Benches Cleared Podcast. And we will see you guys next week.